Beep them, then I get some money. Ayy. Beep them, then I get some money. Beep them, then I get some money. Beep them, then I get some. I need tongue, I need face. Give me brain, concentrate. That's all the words that I know. Hey, 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 ho, bars.
Bro, I know you're classy. Tonight I want you to get ratchet. Tonight I want you to get ratchet.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, we're talking about how I maintain my type 4 natural kinky coily hair. But you already know, I don't have to tell you, but in case you're a newbie, I'm gonna say it anyway. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up if you're rocking with me, comment for talking to me, and hit this subscribe button if you're locked in with me. If you wanna hit the bell. It just lets you know whenever I post, so you don't have to go looking for me. It pops up on your screen and says, what's up? It's a new video on this page. So if you wanna do that, if you think that's fun, go for it, do it. I love it, helps me out. We cool, yeah, all right, good. Okay. Y'all already know how this video is gonna go because clearly I'm tripping today, but it's whatever. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So first things first, I wash my hair every week. I try my best to wash my hair every week. Typically my scalp only lasts a week. So every 7 or 8 days is when I wash my hair. And it's not so much because my hair is like filthy or whatever. I have low porosity hair. We'll get into that later. But I have low porosity hair, but I also have scalp psoriasis. And that is a major factor when it comes to how often I wash my hair. So if you don't know what scalp psoriasis is, it's like you get like the, you know how you get the same like dry, patchy, red, itchy, flaky, like patches of skin, like patches on your skin or your face or wherever. Well, mine is worse. Like mine is the worst, like on my forehead, scalp area. Like I get it like on my forehead, scalp, behind my ears, and my eyebrows. That's where it's the worst for me. I don't really have this problem anywhere else on my body. Thank you, Jesus. But it's just here. And that is a major contributing factor to what I do to my hair, how I take care of it, how often I take care of it, all that jazz. I have on my Instagram name, same as everything else. But on my Instagram, I have a highlight on my page and it's called Scalp Care, I believe, or something like that. But if it's not called that, I'll just rename it because that's what it is. But I have different things that I use for my skin, for my hair in that highlight. So I have people who are looking, you know, people come and ask me what can they use for their skin or what can they do for whatever. So that highlight just shows what I use. So if you want to refer to that for a couple of different things, my scalp massage combo is in there. What I use for my face, what I use for my skin is in there. What I use for this to prevent the discoloration is in there. So there's some little fun tidbits on my Instagram. So be sure you follow me on Instagram and you get all that information along with I'm active on there every day. So you get a lot more information. You get a whole lot more tea on Instagram. Okay. Right now I'm using African Pride Moisture Miracles Honey Shampoo. And it's probably one of my favorite shampoos, but I won't go into too much detail about shampoos right now because that'll be a separate video. However, that's the shampoo that I'm using right now. Next, conditioners. Now, conditioners are important when it comes to detangling, which is a major factor when your hair looks like this. All right? Big deal. Okay? So, conditioners are the most important for detangling, for slip. And then, you know, if your conditioner, it also needs to be moisturizing. I was going to say if it doesn't, blah, 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 whatever. No, it needs to be moisturizing. So you need a moisturizing conditioner with good slip and, yeah, a moisturizing conditioner with good slip. I don't know what else I was going to say. I don't know where I was going there, but that was it. So when I say moisturizing conditioner with good slip means that once you put it like on your hair and then you try to detangle however you detangle, if you finger detangle, if you use a Denman brush, if you use a Felicia brush, if you use a tangle tweezer, if you use a tangle teaser, if you whatever, a wide tooth comb, I myself use a wide tooth comb. If you use any of those tools, if you try to run them through your hair and you get that they get stuck, you're gonna have to, that means you need more slip. That means, that if you have a really hard time getting tools through your hair, if you have a really hard time getting your fingers through your hair, then that means that product doesn't have enough slip for your hair. You need a conditioner that once you put it on your hair, your fingers can easily detangle, your tools can easily brush through, comb through. That's one of the main ways to retain length, is when you're washing your hair and you're detangling your hair and you style your hair, that you're not snatching your hair out in the meantime. A conditioner with slip is very important, especially for detangling. And then my all-time favorite part of being a natural is deep conditioning. I love deep conditioning mainly because I can just slap stuff on my hair and I can sit around for 30 minutes to an hour. I mean, who doesn't love that? But I prefer thicker deep conditioners because my hair is coarse, because my hair is thick, because it is doing its own thing right here. Anyway, but because of that, that's why I like thick deep conditioners. I have used like thinner deep conditioners, but it's just kind of like nothing to write home about, it ain't all that. But when I have thick conditioners, then it's like you can just slap it on, you can lather it on, twist your hair out, it's just life. It's just life, all right? I would say the key to a good deep conditioner is when you put it on your hair and it sits for however long you need it to sit. If you're high porosity, then you probably don't need to sit under a heated dryer or a steamer or anything like that. It just kind of soaks into your hair. If you're low porosity, like myself, heat helps. You have a hooded dryer, you can sit in the shower for however long. You can use a steamer. You can, what's that thing called? Like a heated cap. If you have a heated cap, that helps. But heat is our low porosity's best friend because heat helps open up our hair follicles and it helps the product seep in and it helps to penetrate. So heat is key to low porosity. I myself have low porosity. I have a hooded dryer. I just recently broke it. So the things you want to look for with the deep conditioner is when you are done sitting for however long it tells you, 15, 20, 25, 30, however long it tells you to sit up under a dryer or however long it tells you to sit your hair, to have it soak on your hair, you need to pay attention to whether the product actually absorbs into your hair. So like if you put it on top of your hair and when you take off your Walmart bag, when you take off your shower cap, if your hair is still covered, like white, covered with whatever product you put on your hair, like thick, like covered, like you just put it on there, it's probably not seeping into your hair that well. 2, when you rinse out the deep conditioner, how does your hair feel? Is your hair soft? Is your hair brittle? Is your hair dry? That's what you need to pay attention to. Ideally, your hair needs to be soft, your hair needs to be manageable, because what's the point of deep conditioning, right? But I have found that my hair reacts best when I deep condition weekly. So every time shampoo touches my hair, I'm deep conditioning my hair, and my hair reacts best when I do it that way. Now, I know some people say that they don't condition and deep condition. I do. Again, my hair reacts best when I condition and deep condition. I know I typically was doing one or the other. If I was conditioning, I didn't deep condition. If I deep conditioned, I wasn't conditioning. And it was, again, nothing to write home about. But the one time that I conditioned and deep conditioned, I got out of the shower like, oh, yes, oh, okay, all right, like I am never going back, all right? On to styling. When styling my hair, again, knowing my hair's porosity helps a lot with products and that type of thing. When styling my hair, in order to moisturize my hair, I go LOC, liquid oil cream. My liquid is usually a water, or sometimes it could be a leave-in spray. I just recently started using leave-in sprays because with African Pride's Moisture Miracle leave-in spray, it is heaven sent. So because it's not like a watery, just a mist. I mean, it's like it's a spray, but it has some consistency to it. It's got a little oomph in it, you know. I really, really love their leave-in spray. I have a review of their whole line on my channel. I'll link that up here so you can see that. But so liquid or leave-in for the L. My O is being my oil. I'm more prone to reach for African Pride's hair oil because it's thick, it smells really good, it has a nice consistency, and it keeps your hair moisturized. I really like that oil. I love that whole line. But I just recently discovered a new oil that I really, really like. It's a smaller Black-owned brand. I really, really like that oil for my hair and for my daughter's hair. That review is exclusively on my Instagram. So again, follow me on Instagram if you want to see those products and how they work. But that's another oil that I find myself reaching for more now that I have it because I really enjoy using it. I really like it, and it's really good for my scalp. Since we're on the topic of oil, right immediately after I rinse my deep conditioner out, I apply oil directly to my scalp. And that being that while my scalp is still like moist and my pores are still open in my scalp, that's when I apply the oil. That's when I'll do a scalp massage using the pads of my fingers. I'll do a scalp massage, and that eliminates a lot of the dandruff and the flakes and the scaly skin that happens with scalp psoriasis. That eliminates a ton. I mean, usually if I do not do that to my hair, my scalp is caked the very next day, because not only is my scalp now dry from the products that I use, it just dried overnight. There's nothing to my scalp to moisturize it, so it's just chaos. So it's like I never even washed my hair. It is key that I apply the oil to my scalp immediately after deep conditioning, and then I can finish styling the rest of my hair. And then lastly, for my cream, I mean, I'm reaching for hair milks, I'm reaching for thick creams, I'm reaching for leave-in creams, you know. I mean, at that point, it's pretty much just what product line I'm using at the time. But liquid oil cream is how I moisturize my hair. My hair stays moisturized for days using that method. You have to pay attention to what your hair does. If your hair does not like liquid oil and cream, or if your hair does not stay moisturized doing LOC, then switch it to liquid cream and oil. So, you know, you just have to try it. Another key to length retention, so your hair is growing while you're styling, washing, doing whatever. So you're just making sure that you continue to retain length as you're taking care of your natural hair, as you're on your natural hair journey. I mainly do low manipulation styles. I mean, twist outs, braid outs, Bantu knot outs, I mean, anything of that nature where you style it once, you take it down, and you leave it alone. Wash and goes. All of that stuff is low manipulation, where you do it one time and then you don't touch it for the rest of the week. And then you have protective styles, which are super low maintenance, super low maintenance, super low manipulation, because you put your hair in this style and you don't touch it for weeks or a month. That's what low manipulation means. So that's if my hair is not in a puff, it's in like day 1, day 2, just because I really like my puffs. So I mean, I've done puffs on day 1 just because I'm like, dang, it's a banging puff. You know, that's just what happens. I love puffs, but we all know this. But that's low manipulation. That helps a lot with length retention. So if you're not always in your hair, you're not always touching your hair, pulling in your hair, whatever, that dries your hair out, that breaks your hair off, don't do it. I also have another video on my channel about hair porosity, but just to touch on them, there's low porosity, medium porosity, normal, low, normal, medium, y'all know, porosity, and then high porosity. Low porosity hair means your follicles are closed so tight that it's really, really hard to get moisture in, but once moisture's in, that bad boy ain't going nowhere. K. Medium, normal porosity is when your follicles are just open enough to get moisture in, holds moisture in. It's a perfect unicorn happy world. I'm falling. High porosity is when your follicles are open, like Walmart on Black Friday, and product goes in, but it goes right back out. So your hair is dry really, really fast. Really fast. It doesn't hold moisture, it doesn't hold water, it doesn't hold anything. So you have to work a little bit harder, you have to use heavier butters and sealants and things of that nature to keep your hair moisturized. But again, I have a video on my channel talking about high porosity, low porosity, medium porosity, going into detail about hair type, going into detail about density, all that stuff. I will link that here as well, so you can check that out, because it's got some juicy deets in there for you as well, especially if you're just starting out on your hair journey. And then lastly, please, 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 key, listen to your hair. listen to your scalp. If you do something to your hair freaks out, it dries out, it doesn't react the way it normally reacts when you apply products. It doesn't like what's in it. It doesn't like what you did to it. Take care of she. She is me. We is she, okay? Take care. Listen. Pay attention, because she will tell you if something is wrong. You will know. You will know. And then last but not least, all of these things compile your hair regimen. Remain consistent with your hair regimen. Changing up things all the time, you won't know what your hair likes and doesn't like because you're doing different crap all the time. So stick to this regimen. Stick to whatever your hair likes. Do it consistently. That's how you see growth. That's how you see length retention. That's how your hair becomes more manageable. That's how you train your hair to different styles. That's how your hair flourishes, okay? Flourishes. So, like I said before, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you just want to say, hey girl, hey, leave me a comment. Be sure and do that. Be sure and give me a thumbs up. If you made it all the way to the end of this video and you're not a subscriber, what you doing, sis? You know we in here. You know we here, okay? Naturally fam, you know we up in here. That is all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Always remember that self-love is the best love. See y'all next time.